alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones, and I'm back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel, and if you're new and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, like I just said. Of course, y'all know I normally make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and we do have a Music Monday where I take a break from sneakers and do Music Monday, but this is Sold Out. Welcome back, man. We just kind of cover what's going on in sneakers. Couple stories that I wanted to get to on Wednesday when I was live, but I just didn't have enough time because I be trying my very best to keep these right at the hour mark, man. So this is another podcast, another update. Pretty much y'all let me know if audio and visuals is looking good. And of course, as y'all coming out, y'all definitely smash that like button for the kid. It really goes a long way, and sub up if you haven't done so already. Tonight's topic, man, we're going to be keeping it simple. We got an update on the Zadeh Kicks Co-Conspirator was sentenced. That was his partner, I believe. That was his partner in crime. Not only just in the actual stuff that they had, I think they pled guilty to. I want to say this whole live is alleged and opinionated base, but I believe her name is actually Bethany Mackerman. So we're going to cover that story tonight. I got a couple stories on that. So that kind of broke out first. Looks like she was sentenced to 1.5 years in prison, pretty much for fraudulently securing more than $15 million in bank loans. So yeah, if you loan out, you got to pay your bills, people. Long story short, and I'm assuming that they just were trustworthy, and we're probably going to start with the Van story, right? Because we've been covering that off and on as well, because that Zadeh Kick story, I'll probably do that like the last 20 minutes of the live, and then we should be good. Where it says, Vans is starting to deliver on the turnaround strategy, the VF CEO says. So keep in mind, this actually used to be all under like one brand here, like one major owner, and some of the stuff is sold out. I remember Vans and Supreme used to be under the same house, but I think Supreme got bought out, you know what I'm saying? But there's still a lot of other brands like Timberland's on it, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk those two stories tonight, and then pretty much, I think that's it. We talked job cuts last time, and then we also talked the Puma acquisition as well. I think I covered all of them, so I may touch on them again just to make sure I didn't miss anything on Wednesday. And then, yeah, man, we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases and get this thing on out of here, and you guys can relax for the rest of the weekend. So if you guys have been snowed in, trust me, man, our roads are better, but it's freezing out, man, just to keep it real. So for the people who have those freezing temperatures, man, stay in and stay warm, man, if y'all can. But let me before I get started, let me see what we got in the building. Looks like we just got Long Beach Joe Jets in the building. Says salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? I hope y'all don't mind me starting a little, like on the weekend, I'm gonna try my very best to start at least an hour, if not 2 hours earlier than I normally do. Through the week I have to do it at 7, but the new time I'm gonna try to do like 6 if you guys don't mind. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and get to the first story. I think we'll start with the bands, and then we'll talk the pretty much the Zadeh Kicks update, pretty much is what we're going to call that. And then ANTA PUMA, may just double check to see if we got any more information on it, but I'll just leave it right there and keep it simple. Again, let me share my screen. Give me like 2 seconds, and boom, you guys should be seeing my screen right here. I think everything is looking good. So we're going to talk Vans first. So it says, Vans is starting to deliver on its turnaround strategy, the VF CEO says, right? Okay. Looks like we got Devon Photos in the building. Says, what up, Polo in chat? What up, Devon? What's Gucci? What's Gucci? We just getting started, man. So this is going to be like a 3-minute. I wonder, I never played these audios before, but I have a feeling that it's probably going to be under like fair use if I play that joint, but I'll just read it because I like to break it down as well. Let's see. Devon says, how did those olives sell out? Hey, look, man, just keep it 100. Hold on, wait. Do you mean on sneakers, or are they like sold out in stores too? Like, have you done the footwork? Because some of this stuff, like this sneakers app, I take that with a grain of salt, dog. I take that one with a grain of salt. Let me check real quick. Because honestly, did I open up the sneakers today? I think so. Let me see. They're sold out on sneakers, but I wouldn't be surprised if you go hit some of the foot stores. There are probably some sizes available, even tomorrow. You know how Nike them do that, like the fear of missing out type of thing too. Let's just keep it real. And I'm not surprised, even if it is true, if they did so. It's not a bad shoe. It's plain, but I mean, it's for the people who probably, no disrespect. It's for the people who ever want them, but it's also tax season probably starting up. But I mean, people probably just start filing. Some people do file early, so you got to keep that in mind as well. And then some people just rather buy these instead of spending the bread on the Travis olives, So I can't knock them for that. But it says, still revenue for the skate brand declined 10% in the third quarter of the physical 2026. So that's saying, like, even though, they're trying to, things are going as planned, but the numbers aren't where they want them to be yet, I would assume. That's probably what I got from that right there. Let's see. Let me keep the party going real quick. Let me find my mouse. Boom. And we're going to scroll here. Says, the future is bright for Vans. If you ask the VF Corp president and chief executive officer, Bracken Darrell, says on the company's third quarter earnings call on Wednesday, Darrell told analysts that Vans' turnaround strategy is starting to deliver. A VF remains focused on refreshing and upgrading the brand's product lineup. So they're saying it's starting to develop. That means, like, I guess maybe, or it's starting to deliver, which that's quote for, like, it's starting, but it's not where they want it to be, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? But any progress in the right direction, you got to look at that as something positive. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be negative and then, things go down. But who really, I think the younger generation, though, they're rocking Vans, though. I used to rock them when I was younger, too, when I skate, but I didn't have too many Vans. But I don't really see too many people rocking Vans. But I know Vans have their own, like, stores and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just it's not an old brand, but it's like a brand from back in the day that's just like, it's timeless, to be honest. But I don't really see too many people rocking Vans. Like, right? I'm not even just talking the sneakers, because they have merch and other things too. But it used to be a lot of these skate brands too. We're gonna keep it real, right? Even though Vans fall up under the VF Corp, but if you think about a lot of these skate brands, I can go down the list that I don't really see too much like we did back in the day. Y'all remember, like, the brand DC? I think it stands for Doors Clothing. I don't really see too many people rocking DC shoes and or clothing. Sometimes they do a drop every now and then, but it was crazy back then. We had a lot of skate brands. We had Lakai, we had Nike SB, of course, but then you also had a lot of them, like Osiris. I wore a lot of Osiris's too, you know what I'm saying? All the shoes I had were like brands that honestly a lot of people didn't even really know too when I was like in like middle school, until I started getting into the J's like a little bit. But which I always was, I just couldn't get them. But I used to always have a good skate shoe. I remember S, and I used to think it was ES, but I think it's pronounced S. So like there was an S brand, like ES with the little hyphenated mark or whatever you want to call it up there. That was a good skate brand too. You know what I'm saying? Skateboarding shoe brand too. Now you don't hear nothing talk about none of them. Like, some of them companies are still up, but I think a lot of skateboarders don't even have it's not crazy sponsored out like it used to. Maybe Naja and like some other skateboarders, but like the bulk of them, it's not everybody can, just skateboard for the company anymore. You want to have it all, your fruits and, spread out. Where we at real quick? Let me hit the chat. Let's see. Devon said, you right, Polo. Sneakers do these fake sellouts just to create fear of missing out. Facts. Like, honestly, they doing that. That's part of their new strategy. Because let's just keep it 100. And I blame this for that. I ain't going to make it solely on Nike for them for doing that. But it's whenever people see the shoe sitting, what they start screaming, they're like bricks, 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 bricks. So like Nike them thing is like, okay, cool. Well, people thinks we can make it look like they sold out and say we just restocked them or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Nike has they're moving strategically now. So they can try stuff like that. And I mean, will it work? I think once people caught on, it don't work like that anymore. People are going to look at other ways now. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, you're telling people like, either go to the resale market or the next shoe, hopefully you won't sleep on them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're hoping. You know what I'm saying? What I feel like they do, they keep it open for a certain amount of time. And then once it's been like, hasn't sold out in the time they anticipated, they just put the sold out button grayed out on it anyway. I don't know. I'm just speculating. So allegedly, whole live is alleged. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of the strategy plan, right? Where we at? Vaughn says Vans has a a collab with Pata recently. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Or maybe I saw it and just kept scrolling too. I don't know. I feel like I may or may not knew that. I'm probably gonna say no, right? Let's see. Devon says, let's see. Vans getting into collabs is great for their business, but if it's the cost, but it's cost a lot of money, people will turn it down. True. Yeah, you gotta be right the price point on these joints, man. Like, obviously, like if you think Pharrell and them, that collab joint, that's like $300. That Jellyfish joint, Vans them, no disrespect, they can't hit us with a, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they should hit us with a $300 price tag for some Vans. I mean, they have had some decent ones though, like collabs in the past too. Remember they had the Fear of God Vans? Those used to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody really checking for them now. But yeah, they should get a good collab. What they need is kind of like what Nike has is basically like, obviously they have Jordan in their back pocket. They have a plethora of people on their team, but the most notable ones, they have like obviously Jordan on the back pocket. So you pretty much like, okay, cool. Everybody's looking. That's like that ain't even really considered a collab anymore. Like that's considered like, no, he is literally a part of the brand. You know what I'm saying? He is part of Nike's brand. You know what I'm saying? And then Travis is the collaborator for Nike that's taking off. I mean, there's other people too. I know Lil Yachty and them, but you know, when Travis shoes come up, people stand up. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I would say Vans them need a good collab or somebody they could do that with. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have a Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And even probably their most notable skateboarder that was sponsored through them, you know, skateboarding, in my opinion, while I loved it and it did reach the massive and it did reach millions, but it still ain't on the level of like other sports. You know what I'm saying? Skateboarding is not on the level of other sports, and Vans them, you know, they're global, but still, you know what I'm saying? Still, it's got its lane compared to Nike, right? But I'm saying they could get some good collabs. I think that Fear of God collab was nice. I don't know if I would want to see them run it back, but I wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't hurt to try. You know what I'm saying? And some other brands, they could, like how Nike collabs with, if you think about, they're doing the Swarovski joints, they collab with them. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they collaborate with a lot of joints. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit the chat real quick. Ravon says, Vans getting it. We read that part. He says, someone on YouTube said they heard resellers was asking Costco members to cop them shoes for them. Like, bruh. Look, man, Costco joints, which I'm going to cover that later tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying, in about, roughly 15, 20 minutes. Look, man, I looked at those pictures, bruh, respectively. Other sneakers, and respectfully, salute to the people who got them and who want them and like them and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, like, I mean, if somebody gift them to me, I'd be like, all right, cool, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I'm gonna go out my way for the Costco joint. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a quote unquote shock drop in the store, but I think I wouldn't be surprised. We were talking about this in the Goodfellas yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if these joints load up on the sneakers app. I mean, why not? It's just kind of like, you know what it make me think of? It made me think of those 7-Eleven dunks they did. Yeah, they did some 7-Eleven dunks, right? If I'm not mistaken, they did some 7-Eleven dunks. And then these make me think of like, this is the Costco version, right? But at least the 7-Eleven dunks look like more, like, I don't know. Neither one I'm really checking for, but if I had to pick one, I would go with the 7-Eleven joint. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick, it says, the future is bright for Vans if you ask the V Corp President and Chief Executive Officer Bracken Darrell. It says on the company's third quarter earnings call on Wednesday, Darrell told analysts that Vans' turnaround strategy is starting to deliver. At the VF remains focused on refreshing and upgrading the brand's product lineup. I feel like I read that part. Let's keep it going. It says, and despite the revenue being down 10% in the third quarter of the fiscal 2026, the Vans CEO noted that the global digits e-commerce sales for the skate brand grew in a period for the first time in over 4 years, led by American regions. So like they said, yeah, and since the last 4 years, it's the first like growth we've seen in a while. So looks like they're saying, hey, we're moving in the right direction. It says, and this is a quote here, it says, We're really excited about the traffic we saw online in the quarter three, Darrell told the analyst. So I think we're just going to have to keep going. We continue to try to identify ways that we think we can start to bring the traffic up in our stores. And that's kind of the holy grail. And when we get that going, look out. But right now, the traffic online is exciting to see. So they're seeing a lot of traffic online, is what he's saying. But that's my thing. Are people buying, or are they just coming to your website and checking, seeing what you got? You know what I'm saying? I feel like they could do some great merch collabs too. But I think they need to. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a good, stick in their lane. They don't got to be like Jordan, but like I said, that Fear of God was a good collab. They could find another good brand that really makes sense. That's what they need, to find somebody to collab with that makes sense, where it's not one of those like, why the hell is Vans working with them type of vibes. It's one of those like, oh man, they should have did this years ago type of vibes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think they just got to find the right collaborator. If you ask me, the right person to collab with, right? As for product newness, the CEO noted that the quarter saw consistently strong trends delivered by newer styles like the Super Low Pro, the Skate Loafer, and the Cross Path XC models. Signature silhouettes like the Authentic and the Slip-Ons also deliver improving trends in quarter three, benefiting from a rise in the interest among the high fashion brands and skate inspired shoes, the CEO noted. So yeah, I mean, still wouldn't hurt to have another good collab in there if you ask me, right? What we got? Devon says, you think the winner of the Shakur versus Lopez will face Haney? I would think so. I would like to see that. What I would like to see, so we, and just off mode real quick, little quick sports joint, because I actually, ironically, I went to saw my barber today, but I want to say last time I talked to my barber, for real, we was talking today, but we ain't talk about this. I wanted to start like up a sports podcast with me and him, so, maybe getting that in the future, you know what I'm saying, talking about stuff like this. But to answer your question, yes, I think so. I'm going to go for Shakur. I hope he beats Lopez, and then I would like to see, I don't want to hear all the back and forth for the deal. They couldn't make a deal. Y'all can find a deal. I want to see Shakur versus Haney. You know what I'm saying? Tank right now, he just too hot right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a good way. Tank got to clear some things up before we can think about. But I would like to see Tank return to the ring. I just would like for Tank to stay out of trouble. You know, got too much potential, and too young still to be not like to be doing that, to be getting caught up in that type of stuff. And we don't know. He hasn't been found guilty of anything, but even still, it just sucks to hear him being in that type of situation and putting himself in that position, But I don't know what happened. So, but yeah, I would like to see, I think they should face Haney. Definitely face Devin Haney. Let's get to this real quick. It says, we've really got a strong interest in our very premium, elevated product that we're launching, which we're bringing down into our channels and over time into the wholesale channels too. Darrell added, it really does feel like the right kind of meaningful path. When I talk to the team that's running the business, you could feel the enthusiasm they have for it. Now, they admittedly living into the future. We live a year or two out. Nice. So he's saying, we are already looking into the future, but my thing is you got to take care of what's in front of you too as well. You can't just always go straight looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Can't skip over certain things. What we got real quick? Devon says, the Tank fan base gonna crash out on you. Why? I mean, I just said what it is, homie. I didn't say, it ain't like I said he sucked or anything. Pause. I just said that he needs to stay out. He need to stay out of trouble outside of the ring. You know what I'm saying? It's not helping him. If he stay focused on boxing for real. Honestly, if he was to just go ahead, because Tank, to be honest, I think nobody could. Well, only one that's really came close was the last fight he did, right? Because remember the Jake Paul joint got canceled, but the one before that, what's his name? I forgot, but he's based out of Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. They're both actually from Maryland, right, DC. But yeah, those two, that was that one that ended in a draw. But honestly, I just feel like Tank underestimated him. If Tank would have went in there and do what we know Tank can do with his power and stuff, But I'll give it to him though. Old buddy that he fought, he ate a lot of good, strong power shots, so it was pretty much a draw, you know. But that kneeling and stuff, so I don't know. I just feel like he wasn't prepared as what he should be. So if the Tank fan base want to come at me sideways for that, I mean, you know me, man. I'm gonna stand on all 10 each and every time. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? It says another recent win for Vans came in December when the brand dropped its K-pop Demon Hunters collaboration just a few months after the movie hit the screens. In this one, we showed how fast we can bring a product to market. Darrell said, "We went from ideal to store shelf in 10 weeks." Says, "We're working on product creations like this one across the portfolio now for 2027. So again, he said they're working in the future because we're just now in 2026. So looks like hopefully they're gonna drop something good this year. And then also next year, it seemed like they got something already in the works. So, I mean, usually this is probably how most brands work. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much keep up with, they got to stay always ahead. It's just like me, even dropping content, I have to drop slightly ahead. I try to stay within close, but if you drop in stuff, like sometimes if you're dropping it afterwards, it's almost too late. You know what I'm saying? I know personally, if you think about my videos, they don't never make it after that. I got a few stuff that go viral, but it is what it is. I do this, to do YouTube, man, you gotta love it, for real, man. But back to this, it says, overall, Darrell emphasized that he needs for patience. We're not going to push it. We're not going to force anything. Says we're going to let things really play out as it should. We've learned one thing about turnarounds. You don't want to force a turnaround early. You want to let it develop, and we are letting it develop. So he's like, cool. He's saying, we taking our time, trying to really perfect things. It's going to be nice and slow, steady pace, but they want to keep going forward, but they're not trying to rush it. And I wish that a lot of places would take that advice. I can go down a rabbit hole of examples, right? I'm not going to say what, because I noticed that, not that I'm popular or anything, but I noticed a lot more people have discovered my channel in the area, right? Okay, so they let it be known. So I don't want to offend anybody now, because some of these scenarios, I know some people, if they watch, they'll be like, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, long story short, what I'm saying is, you don't want to rush. I agree with the CEO. You don't want to rush. You don't want to rush and go fast, miss something, mess up something, and then you have to go back and start over. That's putting you back where if you would have just took your time the first time, you wouldn't be in that position. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. So I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Let's go and transition on to the Zadeh Kick story, the update right here, which I saw this on Sneaker Legal, and I think it was you, Divine, who posted it in the Sold Out Discord, so salutes to Divine. This one right here, low-key, dog, if I didn't pay attention to this, I would have missed it. Like, I wouldn't even notice, because you see, like, a car, that's their stuff, but, like, if you think about it, like, I'm expecting when you think Zadeh Kicks, I'm thinking shoes, you know what I'm saying? But it says Zadeh Kicks CPO, and our CFO and romantic partner Bethany McAman was sentenced to 1.5 years in prison today for fraudulently securing more than $15 million in bank loans. Now, here's one of the stories I found. This one right here, I think, is the more detailed one. This one, I think, it actually cuts off when they want you to quote unquote pay for it. But yeah, no, thank you. So let's get started on this one. Probably take me about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases, and we'll be up out of this thing, man. It says, online sneaker seller CFO gets prison time for bank fraud conspiracy. It says, Bethany McAman, who served as a CFO of a collectible shoe seller, Zadeh Kicks, co-concocted a sophisticated, comprehensive scheme to deceive banks into providing loans, federal prosecutors said. So, that's my thing too, dog. Like, I'm assuming since he had the hookup, he still had, like, he had a hookup, and I'm assuming once his stuff grew where people were taking those big orders, he honestly, how he could have prevented this is if he know he couldn't do it, man, I would have chilled out, you know what I'm saying? But all that money coming in, and now you got a lifestyle, and now you got to maintain it, so you still need the money, but now the business not business like it should. So instead of going ahead and downgrading, which he had to do, end up selling off a whole bunch of stuff anyway, you know what I'm saying, to pay some of this stuff back. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's not good to really get in a whole bunch of debt for real, because it sucks. And you know what I mean? Like, to be honest, it's got to have a little debt, but on the level he's doing, this is a business thing. Like, especially if you don't have the money, you know what I'm saying? Because before it used to be like, yo, you with loans like this on this level, you have to pay it back. But like credit cards and stuff, you used to didn't have to pay the joint back. But now, and well, let me clarify. You always had to pay it back, but if you didn't, you just like, oh, it just messed up my credit. I'll just hold it out for 7 years. Now they can actually sue you. You know what I'm saying? Some of them do. Back in the day, I don't think they did. I'm pretty sure they always had that power though. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going right here. This story was broken January 29th. So pretty much if you think about it, tomorrow is the 1st. So I'm going to do my very best to drop the upcoming sneaker releases video tomorrow. Hopefully be able to drop it in the morning, but we'll see. It says, the former CFO of a shuttered online sneaker company is set to spend 18 months behind bars for her role in the multi-million-dollar bank fraud scheme. So bank fraud, something we obviously, okay, let's take notes. You don't want to do any bank fraud, right? Which makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming they turned themselves in. I remember the story and we've been covering it. I remember one time it took me like 2 weeks to cover the Zadeh Kicks whole story, which to be honest, man, before he had got caught up, I had never ever heard of him, man. So I'm very curious. But you notice though, ever since he been caught up, if you think about the resale side of things, some of these resale stores, with the exception of a few, but majority of them, it ain't booming like it's booming no more. And, they're not, and now think about this, right? Cool. I ain't gonna say no other brands, right? We're just gonna focus on Zadeh Kicks. But if you think a lot of these bigger reseller stores, they've closed, right? So I'm not saying I'm tying this with Zadeh Kicks, but a lot of resale stores have closed, right? That's one. Then if you think, and I'm talking the big ones, right? You know what I'm saying? The ones based out in Vegas, the ones based out in Cali, Then we seen ones in New York. They had to condense. They used to have 2 stores that cut it down to 1. You know what I'm saying? Some companies have merged. You know what I'm saying? But like this one, it's like, okay, since he's off, then you've seen the heist happening where people breaking into stores and stealing it. You remember we did a story where they're coming through the roof? That one. And then also, if you think about the one where a lot of like train heists, you know what I'm saying? People were stealing the products off of the trains and that stuff been caught up. We got a story pending on that one as well for somebody being caught up for that. You know what I'm saying? Again, a lot of these resale stores, if you think about it, and then that's what's funny, the person that got caught up, I think they were back on their stream still trying to sell product. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very curious how that story is going to go. But it says the Michael Mashane judge for the U.S. District Court of Oregon handed down the sentencing to Bethany Mackerman on Tuesday. Local newspaper, the Oregonin reported Mackerman, who has served as CFO of shoe seller Zadeh Kicks, pleaded guilty to conspiring to commit bank fraud back in March 2025. So here we are. Think about it. She pled guilty in 2025. We're in 2026 now. So she's had a little time to reflect. I wonder if if she was out until she was sentencing, because sometimes they let you do that. You don't always have to go to jail. Sometimes, a lot of times, depending on the crime you do, some of them like, all right, well, we'll give you X, Y, Z. Yeah, you get to spend, 6, 7 months before you got to go do your time. You know what I'm saying? You can ask for extension and everything, but you still got to go serve the time. You know what I mean? It says, founded in 2013, right? Which this is just a little bit of backstory of Zadeh Kicks. Zadeh Kicks was in business of collecting limited edition and collectible sneakers and then reselling them online. It says back in January 21st, sentencing memo, prosecutors said the company was built in part of a foundation of bank fraud, and that is responsible for a massive wire fraud victimizing customers. Court records said the Michael Michaela Zadeh, which I'm assuming that's his name, where it's called Zadeh Kicks. But Mazeda Kadif, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, the company's owner failed to deliver the shoes, and he promised to sell, ending up with more than 65 million in undelivered sneakers. So a lot of people had already, that's another thing too. People paid, but they delivered what they paid for. So that was one of the biggest issues, you know what I'm saying? It says, for her part, Markerman fraudulently obtained over 15 million in bank loans for the business. Then sentencing memo said prosecutors said that she falsified statements to get loans. So yeah, you putting in fake information. I'm assuming, right? allegedly, whole life is alleged on opinion based. She wrote down saying, "Hey, we got this. We were like." I'm pretty sure she said whatever she said to get the loan to say we'll pay the money back. But what happens with a loan and you're taking out other loans to pay other loans? A lot of people say like, "Well, I'll just get another loan and pay that one and get a fresh start." It's like you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we imply all the time. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Because I remember one person I used to work with right a long time ago. So not even at my current job or even the previous jobs in years, but this person was having issues with their credit card. They're paying the joint. So what they said that what they were gonna do, is take out a loan, and then that'll cover that, so they'll get off his back, and then he'll just pay the loan back. And we're like, yo, but you still gotta pay the money regardless. You might as well just pay that. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you're already coming with an interest. One thing you can do is after a while, if you've been paying on it, using the card responsibly and paying it down, they'll either increase your limit, or what you can do is ask for them, and they may not always do is it's the damn interest rate. You want to make sure that you can see if you can reduce it. They don't. Credit cards have high interest rates. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting like a car loan where it's like, hopefully you can get a low interest rate. No, with this one, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a high interest on it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, we'll keep it going right here. It says, yeah, for her part, she fraudulently obtained $15 million in bank loans. Yeah, we covered that part. Let me keep going real quick to cover the rest of the stories. Let's see. Miss McAman had a sophisticated and comprehensive scheme to deceive financial institutions into providing unmerited loans. Prosecutor said in the memo, total revenue was tracked and was mostly accurate. However, the loss of inventory, creditor information, and pre-orders were not reported accurately on expenses. So yeah, she wasn't putting everything on there, right? Which that's something you want to do for sure. It says, let me keep the party going real quick. It says, as the shoe orders went unfulfilled, it says, as the shoe orders went unfulfilled, Mackerman benefited. According to the court documents, Zadeh Caleb, who was in a romantic relationship with Mackerman around Christmas of 2020, began purchasing her extravagant gifts such as luxury handbags and watches. And that's probably why we have this images right here of her stuff. Like, I'm assuming this is a watch. This is the expensive handbag joint, which I didn't even know Louis Vuitton made that, but I mean, hey, it looks like their stuff. And then this icebox jewelry joint. So this is probably what this was right here, right? Yeah, so this is praying into the story right here, which I may cover this one a little bit, but I think this one kind of just gets just to the like significance of it a little bit. But this is the paper right here that posted it. Oh, okay, I got you. So this is where people got the source of the story from right here. Yeah, pretty much. So let me get back to the rest of the story. We may cover that one a little bit too. But yeah, so he got her all this nice things. It says, though Miss McAman did not purchase these luxury items for herself, she was aware that spending was a result of the fraudulent process brought in by Zadeh Kicks. As she questioned Mr. Zadeh Caleb on his pre-order scheme, the sentencing memo said Ms. McAman also received compensation for her role in the financial fraud from the purchase and remodeling of a house. Says she knew the money came. Like, see that this is what the thing is. She wasn't doing necessarily the dirty work, but she kind of was. She was aware of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Even though she wasn't doing the physical work. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. It says, yeah, she knew the money came from Zadeh Kicks, knew the money from the companies was tainted by the bank fraud, but ultimately she wanted a fireplace. Wow. They kind of taking shots at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, she wanted this, but you ain't getting it the right way, boo. You know what I'm saying? It says McAman has since agreed to pay back at least $15.9 million in restitution. The Oregon reported, which that's the newspaper joint that we just pulled up. It says in court, McAman defense attorney had argued for no prison time, argued that she had already taken the extravagant and extraordinary step of admitting her actions to the federal investigations. The newspaper reported she doesn't need to be dirted anymore, or whatever that term, which I'm assuming, court, they always use the most unique words. It says the Oregon report quoted her attorney as saying, for his part, Zadeh was sentenced earlier this month to 5 years and 10 months in prison after pleading guilty to wire fraud and conspiracy to commit bank fraud, the newspaper reported. So it kind of makes me think about Army and the Hellcat when he got caught up in this situation, even though his wasn't for sneakers, even though he got some stuff, he got sued by Nike, but he had to go do 5 years, you know what I'm saying? And with good behavior, yeah, you can get half the time and get out early too. So it looks like he got out. So I think he did like 3.5 years, or yeah, he did at least 2.5 to 3 years. So you got to do half the time. So that's saying he got 5 years and 10 months, good behavior, this, that, and third. He'll probably be home in a couple of years too. You know what I'm saying? And she's doing a year. She'll probably do at least 9 months, worst case scenario, and come home. And if she probably will be out in 6 months to be in 100. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how the legal system or how they want to do it. Nothing's guaranteed though. But yeah, he got finished for 5 years. So yeah, I mean, he got a little bit more time, but she got some time too to like judge, like, all right, ain't letting all. But they keep in mind, they didn't fight it. They went on and just got an attorney and pled guilty and tried to do their best to get a very, very light sentencing. And to be honest, it seems like they kind of did. But to be real, dog, I don't care if you do 1 year, 6 months, doing a day. Anytime your freedom's taken away from you, it's gonna feel like forever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it 100. But hopefully they get through this. And to be honest, man, I mean, I never even really knew nothing about these people until I started going live, you know? So, I mean, if this was part of the plan where people were doing all those pre-orders and stuff like that, I'm very curious if there was any, like, other than sneaker stores, but I remember a couple sneaker YouTubers used to do this pre-ordering stuff too. Makes me think about where did they get their stuff from? You know what I'm saying? But you notice they had to stop as well. I wonder because remember a lot of sellers had spoke out and said they was owed up. It was a lot of people that resold shoes that really felt some type of way. Some people remained anonymous. You know what I mean? It says Mackerman and Zadeh were first charged in July 2022. Prosecutors charged Zadeh with the criminal information with wire fraud, conspiracy to commit bank fraud, and money laundering, right? It says, while Mackerman was charged with the conspiracy to commit bank fraud. So she got different. She only had like that one charge, but it's still stuck. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to keep it real. Now, money laundering, I want to look that definition up real quick just to make sure. I think that's when it's like you're basically hiding money or something or laundering money, but I know the word laundering, but let's see if we can just get an exact definition real quick. And then, yeah, we'll talk upcoming sneaker hit releases here in the next 5 minutes, fellas and ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, let me look up this definition real quick. Let me share my screen. Boom. It says money laundering is the illegal process of concealing the origins of illegally obtaining money by channeling it through complex transactions to make it appear as if it came from legit sources. It says the process is crucial for criminals such as drug traffickers, terrorists, and fraudsters. So I'm assuming this is what this kind of falls up under. Like, think about this. You want to basically make your money appear clean, like you got successful, like what you're spending on, but you're really just basically getting loan after loan and paying back the other loan off of that loan and off this loan. And then you're still going back. You're doing a cycle and to the point where you just get a little too, I guess you could say, comfortable doing it. You know what I'm saying? It says the 3 stages of money laundering, right? It says the placement, pretty much delivering, and the integration. Wow. Integration, right? Yeah, so that's the 3 steps out of it, basically, if you think about it. But there's a lot of tools and techniques, the common methods. They do cash intensive businesses, so that's one. Structuring, which is called smurfing. And then they got the shell companies and trust. And then they got true-based laundering. And then they have real estate, cryptocurrency. I know that one's got to be money laundering for real, dog, because I got so tired of the cryptocurrency stuff, dog. I swear, man, when people was when it first boomed out, I thought I was going to lose it, man. I ain't even going to hold you. I was like, yo, all this stuff about these like little, like get rich, like quick stream joints. Yeah, it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit the chat real quick. Long Beach says, bruh, when Zadeh went down, a lot of people took a major hit. Sneaker resale shops closed. That's a fact. Says, we saw big resellers fold up and people lost mad money. Yeah, think about this. Not only that, think that hurt sneaker YouTubers too, man. If you think about it, like so a lot of big resale companies have, had to reduce, close down, and or hell, some of them are facing charges themselves. Because I will say, and I'm not gonna say who, but one sneaker reseller, they seem like they gonna like, hey, we gonna do what we gotta do to survive. So next thing they're being caught up for other things. You know what I'm saying? Let me put myself back on the main screen because I think that covers that story, and then we'll chop upcoming sneaker releases here in like the next like 5 minutes. But my thing is this: I knew at that point, whenever this guy, I'm like, we finna see who. I said it first, right whenever he got caught up. I was like, we finna find out real quickly which resale companies and or YouTubers or anybody that's using his services. We're gonna see real quick because there's about to be some things that's really slow down. You know what I'm saying? Sure enough, that's Nike also helped it by, we're making the shoes available, but now, they ain't getting the shoes at the deal they want to get them at now. So they're being sourced. So some people think about this. We've had people coming through the roofs. I said this earlier. People have been coming through the roofs, in some of these stores that still. And then some people have literally been hitting the trains, Think about that. And then look how that tied up literally, right? That story is going to be very interesting for real, for real. Let me hit the chat real quick. Long Beach says, have you covered the Costco SB release yet? No, we're about to get to that. I haven't covered it. I'm going to cover it in like the next few minutes. But yeah, that's actually, I'm going to show that on my screen here in just a second, but haven't talked it yet. Long Beach, almost there, almost. Devon says, it says a lot to look forward to in February for sure. I did the top anticipated upcoming sneaker releases right before the live, so I just shot that joint. I just got to edit it real quick and then get that joint out. So hopefully I'll be able to get that out tomorrow. It's the plan. Let's see. Long Beach says salutes Divine. Let's see. Man with the Kicks in the building says Europe, and he says salutes to the chat and Polo. What up, Mannies? What up? We about to get ready to talk a little upcoming sneaker releases real quick. I do want to talk these Costco's. In my opinion, and let me share my screen. Let me get this joint up here. I'm not really, I don't know. I don't see the hype behind these, but sharing my screen, boom, right here. These are the Costco joints. I know that you have brought it up earlier, Divine. I see you says salutes to Joe Jets. This is the Costco's, and they just seem like they just put them on a pallet. Me personally, I know the Kirkland signature brand. I actually used to have a Costco's account, but to be honest, dog, these joints, they not bad, but it's not one of those like I would go out my way to get it. And to be honest, it looks so plain, and all they did was put the inside of that Kirkland signature like logo inside the shoe, and then on the outside and on the tongue. To be honest, I don't want to sound like I'm hating, but I don't see what the hype is about these. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? Long Beach says salutes to Manny. Devon says, what up, Manny? Devon says, give it a few weeks and it will tank. You know what? Let me see. I want to Google what they're going for on the resale market real quick. Let me go to StockX. Let me go to StockX. I want to see what they're going for on the resale market. What do they call the Costco, man? This is crazy. I can't believe I'm Googling, like I'm searching Costco SB in this joint, man. Costco, Nike SB Pro Quick Strike. Yeah, these are it right here. So let me share my screen on this one for the price. Actually, they're kind of up there right now. So looks like buy now for $4.94. So yeah, they're averaging roughly about $400. My size, if I want them, is $4.95 plus all these extra little fees, like basically say $500. Right now they're averaging $400 to $500 and up, depending on the size. Yeah. I don't see why. It's super plain Jane, but I agree with you, Devon. Give it a few weeks. It's going to be probably like, hell, what's the retail on these? They were $135. I'll say these joints are good. These will come down in the 200s and probably even lower. You know what I'm saying? Because, I don't see the big hype about the joint. But some quick facts on it real quick. It says, the left field collab with Costco's in-the-house Kirkland signature brand showed up like all Kirkland gear does on pallet in the middle of the Costco store. Pallets of the Costco Dunk were seen stacked 12 pairs high from across and at least 4 deep, suggesting some true wholesale stock numbers at stores that are getting the pairs. But if you think about this, though, That's the point of Costco. Think about it. You buying in bulk. So think about this. They're gonna have a lot of those shoes readily available, man. What's the how are the, with these whole value? You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do it like that, that's just my question, right? I mean, if they're gonna, who's to say they won't always have this available? You know what I'm saying? Will it be? Who's saying it's limited? You know what I mean? You just got to have a Costco account too, because for the most part, I don't think you can just walk in Costco. Because if I remember, I had to have a Costco's account when I used to go in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Remember, people have been mumbling about this earlier. I think I had covered it. I want to say I had to cover it earlier this year. So that was in January. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm almost positive at the beginning of the year, you know, which was not too long ago because we're just now coming into the new year. Where we are real quick. It says we're getting spread all day. We're going to spend all day. I said spread. Pause. It says we're going to spend all day trying to track down the closest Costco's with the stack of sneakers next to the eye charts and washing machines. It says keep us. Keep up with us on Instagram and Twitter and download that. So pretty much they're saying they're going to track down and see as many as they can finally find, right? Okay, so if you can see, there's been pallets right here, and looks like there's a video, so I'm going to play this on X. Fair use, by the way. Fair use. Let's see. See if we can play this. Yeah, so somebody just pulling up. Wow. He just did a joint. Like, that dude just did his hand. But yeah, if you see how many pallets are on this joint, yeah, it's actually pretty a lot. It's like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pallets worth. That guy don't want to be recorded. I saw that though. But yeah, that's the shoe. I don't see the big hype about these joints, man. Oh snap! Look like we got a donation.
Yo Polo, first off, good to see you. Secondly, I changed my honorable mention. Yeah, it's Takashi. Smiley face emoji. Shout out to the good fellas. Salutes.
Whatever, man. Whatever, Big Money Sonny, man. You full of it, dog. But I'll read it anyway. Appreciate the donation as always. Appreciate the $4.99 to $5. Says, yo, Polo, first off, good to see you. Secondly, I changed my honorable mention. Yeah, it's Takashi. Shout out to the good fellas. Salutes. Man, F Takashi. Man, whatever, dog. Whatever, man. Let me hit the chat real quick. Big Money Sonny says, what's cracking? Gentlemen, Devon says, the Norwalk SB are better than the Costco's. I didn't really like his joints either, but I mean, if I got to pick between one or the other, I guess. But these joints is super plain. Look at these joints. They look like a cloth, like a damn cloth written on the shoe, and they just stuck the... No effort whatsoever, if you ask me. Period. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where we at real quick. Big Money Sonny says, what's cracking, Divine? Big Money Sonny laughing. Divine says, what up, Sonny? And Manu Kick says, Sonny the Plug 100. So that's the Costco joints. Me personally, not a major fan. I don't see what the hype is. And then also, let's see. I think what else we got coming, upcoming Sneaker Lives. Because yeah, I covered that one. This is the Costco joint. That's the video. Seems like everybody has this. This is from Ralphie Collects. Salutes to Ralphie. But these are the joints right here, man. Extra laces on it. I mean, it still doesn't sell me on these. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. But let's see what else we got coming out. I know we had those Jordan 1 medium odds that dropped day in the Kobe's, but upcoming sneaker releases. I'm going through sneakers at real quick. Looks like we will be having the Kobe's, pretty much that's gonna be those work blue joints, the Kobe 1 joints. Those are supposed to be coming. And of course, it's gonna be an Air Force 1, and they got a basketball coming with that joint. Those are supposed to be in February. And then I am looking forward to, I really hope I can catch a W on this Mine 001. Now the 002 I see on here, I'm not a major fan. But the 001, the slide, I want to try it. I'm hearing mixed reviews on it for sure though. Let's see. Big Money Sonny says, Polo, we know you low-key rock with Takashi. Come on, man. Nah, I don't at all. I like one of his songs though. I ain't gonna front, but I mean, nah, I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't know. I've never been a major fan. Let's see. Big Money Sonny says, Manolo says, salutes Hermero. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. I probably jacked that part all the way up. I got to get my Spanish right, dog. I got to get my Spanish right. My fault. But yeah, let's see what else we got. I think that's it, but we do got those Mine 001s and 002s. We do have the Nego Midnight Navy joints that are supposed to be coming. And then the Book 2, Spirit On. We got a Diamond Turf 2, which is Deion Sanders. And we do have those Valentine Day joints that's coming February 7th. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. Then we have the Jordan 1 cool gray joints. I'm going to do a top anticipated upcoming sneaker releases video tomorrow. I'm dropping that. But also we do have those infrared salesman joints that are dropping too. Those 6s. That's February 14th. That's probably going to be one of my first pickups, like, if I can't get that Mine 001. But I'm going to speak in existence. Hopefully I can get that Mine 001. What day that joint's supposed to be coming? I'm going to see if any of the foot sites got them yet. So they're supposed to be coming Thursday. I'm assuming they got to have some. If they're going to get them, let me check Sneaker. Let me check, that was Sneaker. Let me check Foot Locker, see if they got anything on the calendar for these. Because that would be something I can enter. They're on there. They're going to launch February 5th. But let me see, sign in. I ain't even signed into my joint. Let me sign in. I want to see if you could actually sign up for this joint. Nah, it ain't available like to sign up yet, but I'm going to keep checking the Foot Locker joint. And then, oh, snap. You know what else I see? Looks, we got another donation from Sonny.
You got it, Polo. You're Spanish good, bro. I hope you're having a wonderful and warm Saturday, bro. Always appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate the $4.99 Big Money Sonny. But yes, I'm glad I got it right. Hey, I'm trying to get there, man. Honestly, that is one of my low-key goals, man. He says, you got it, Polo. Your Spanish is good, bro. I hope you're having a wonderful and warm Saturday, bro. Always appreciate you. Appreciate that. Big Money Sonny. Means a lot, these donations, man, for sure. I want to put these Mine 001s up on the screen real quick. I'm about to wrap this joint up, but I want to show these for the people who don't know, which I'm sure we got the sneakers app at this point. If you're watching the channel, I know you probably most likely do. Let me see if I can find the joint. I typed in mood. I mean to type in mind. My bad. Man, if y'all would have seen me type this, actually, y'all would be like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? But yeah, I'm going to show you these joints right here. Let's see. Screen. Boom. These right here. These actually don't look bad. This is the image right here, the small joint. They did do the red joints already. I'm hearing mixed reviews though. They're saying, some people saying it's comfortable, some saying the sizing is off. I'm gonna get one pair for the house. You know what I'm saying? It's a house shoe and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try it out. But it's supposed to be comfortable. But I'm hearing mixed reviews on that. But that's supposed to be dropping on the 5th. I do see it loaded up on Foot Locker. And then then I thought that was the jellyfish, but it's not the jellyfish. I was about to say they had the jellyfishes on here, but jellyfishes are supposed to come at the end of the month, though. But the Mine 001 is what I got on my mindset and my radar right now. Let's see. That's pretty much what all I got. I'm going through the Foot Locker joint to see what they got on the calendar. Nothing major at that point. We do have the Levi 3s that are supposed to be coming this month as well, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I've seen them loaded up on the sneakers, but I think they're supposed to be coming. I don't see them loaded up on the sneakers just yet, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's one on the radar, too. So, other than that, let me put myself back on the main screen. About to get ready to wrap this joint up. I've been on this joint for like an hour and 3 minutes. And yeah, this was a good one for sure. Appreciate Big Money Sonny and everybody for coming through and being active in the chat, man. These comments and stuff like that really helps when you guys are really active in the chat, man. Really means a lot for the kid. But other than that, man, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for the night. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls. Y'all know we have Music Monday as well, which I plan to be back live on Monday for Music Monday. Other than that, sign up for the Sold Out Discord. Link should be pinned at the top of the comments. It's free to sign up. Well, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I don't get the content out in time, we most likely already chopping it up in the Discord. Smash that like button, sub up. And yeah, man, appreciate everybody for coming through. This was a good one tonight. Hope y'all didn't mind the earlier time. And I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.